So the topic now today, I'm going to do, of course, the 9 Saturdays, and the first one: anxiety, fears, phobias, and panic attacks. This is a very, very important topic because this is the time now. Last at least 5 to 6 weeks, we all are living under huge fear of known and unknown, and we just don't know what's going to happen. Every day media is throwing more and more fearful stories. Every day this is going on, and our WhatsApp and you name it, all social media is full of scary news. And we are like watching the score every day, and we are tracking some applications where we are tuning in. अरे इधर केस हो गया, उधर केस हो गया, उधर लॉकडाउन हो गया. You go to the public spaces and sabhi ne mask pehna hua hai, and everybody is carrying a very strange look, a very pale look in their eyes. So this is really a very relevant topic I thought I'd like to mention. And so that's the first one I have taken on. Now, anxiety, fears, phobia, and panic attacks. There is a difference. There is a difference, but like for today's topic, let's kind of not bother too much about it. I will tell you a little bit in short about it, not too much, because we don't want to do PhD in it. We just want to be helped finally. So there is some difference about all these four conditions. The first one is anxiety. Anxiety is more in the mind, but thinking, it's all alone. You alone go through it in your mind. It belongs to you, and it goes round and round and round, as I've shown it in this picture, and it just doesn't find any landing. And it just, one thought will go on and on and on. For example, you have to, right now, of course, the anxiety is about just coronavirus all the time. So, depending on our capacity and our understanding about the virus, we keep reading the news and thinking about it, discussing, tuning on to Google and reading about it. So it's anxiety. Same thoughts. So I already mentioned that the same thought that keeps repeating again and again. And sometimes you have gone through a trauma in your life, and then later on the anxiety surfaces. It is a part of fear, but you can take it as worrying, more worrying type. Then what are the various symptoms that can happen? You're worrying a lot, you have lots of aches and pains, you're very irritable, you have a very less concentration, you can't sleep in the night, you're very restless, and you are also very tired. And so this is a anxiety disorder. Some of the students do suffer when there's exam coming near and they haven't studied enough. Then suddenly they snap at you and they start shouting. This is now in this time we see more and more anxiety happening. How to recognize that you have anxiety? As I already told you, there are some extra symptoms like sweating, sometimes indigestion problems, sometimes you can't remember, or you're thinking too much, or you want to do some work but you'll say aaj nahi, kal karunga, and you need someone to tell you that everything will be all right. So all these, and you get palpitations. These are all part of your anxiety syndrome. Just note it down, and then you can share it with a proper doctor. Uh, the next one is fears. There are two kinds of fear: known fears and unknown fears. So known fears may, for example, you all want to share your, any of you have any fears that you want to share? Put it in the chat box, and I'm going to see it right away. If you have any fears, do share it here. I have mentioned a few, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Falling, fear of height, right? Fear of falling down from a height. Yes, Priya. Fear of failure. Yes, Jay. And unknown, losing my mind. Yes, that's also very, very fear of losing my mind. I'm going to mention a flower remedy. Fear of darkness. Fear of viva, oral exam. That's what we call it as. Fear of lizard. Fear of losing near and dear ones. Yes, that's very, very important. And there's a flower remedy for that. Fear of being accepted. That means fear of rejection. Fear of losing health. Yes, health is a major one. Fear of having a disease. Yes, right. These are the various, fears. Any more? Anyone wants to share? I'm going to, yes, stage phobia, public speaking. Lizards, of course, that seems to be a very common one. Cockroaches also, obsessive compulsive neurosis, fear of being alone, yes, fear of, yes, being all alone, loneliness, what if I'm the only one left? Absolutely right. So these are the various fears. All of you have already shared. I have some more that I can share here. One of the biggest one, fear of traveling also. Some people have fear of traveling. They cannot travel by, say, aeroplane, or some of them can't travel by bus or a train, or some, by a private vehicle. Fear of teachers, fear of dentist. Imagine going to the dentist clinic and you have butterflies, butterflies in your stomach, and you're very tight. The dentist will get tired. Are muh kholo, itna tight mat karo, relax ho jao. And those drilling machines, they are very very scary. So that, then there is doctors. घर में ब्लड प्रेशर लिया तो नॉर्मल था, डॉक्टर के क्लिनिक में गया तो पता नहीं 200 के ऊपर आ गया. You are scared of the white coats. I don't know how that happens. Yeah, many people are scared of doctors and hospitals, and the BP shoots up. So fear of doctors, fear of height. One of the very important one that I want to discuss today is fear of disease. Now this is at mass. All of us are suffering on a very very large scale, the fear of disease, of course, fear of corona, fear of COVID infection. And finally, the fear of death, because death is now in our eyes every single day with the stories, either ye mar gaya, either wo ho gaya, hospital mein ho gaya, ventilator pe tha. Fear of disease and death are very very real in this time. So there are more messages I can read again. White coat syndrome, yes, that's right, Mamta, it is called as white coat syndrome. And fear of crowd, yeah, after the corona things. Closed spaces are called as claustrophobia, that's right. Dental procedures I already mentioned. Stage fear, yes. And Rachna is saying that is grinding teeth also a symptom? Yes, grinding teeth while you are going to sleep, or even otherwise you tighten up, it's resulting into what we call it lock jaw syndrome. So that's another one. At some other time I will discuss more about it. And all right, someone can't understand Hindi, so I'll have to stick to English. Thank you, I will keep in mind and remain more sticking to English. All right. And fear of addicted to something, yes, right, that is also another fear. So many fears of different kind right now we are facing. Let's go on to the next slide. Here right now there's a very 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 big fear, is the fear of bacteria, viruses, bugs and infection. Do you all agree, right? What do we do every day? We are wearing a mask, we are washing our hands so many times of the day, we are constantly sanitizing, and we are very afraid of the virus right now. Fear of virus. What if the virus will come alive or do something, or either chipka, things like that. The virus, the fear, this is one of the biggest fear right now that we all are having, going through it together. Fear of few bad dreams that can come true, yeah, that is also a very very valid fear, I agree. So now there is difference between fear and phobia. Fear are the ones which I described to you. In that there are also unknown fears, and now there are phobias. So phobia is what, when something is going to last for very long time, like say more than 6 months, then we call it as phobia. So that becomes a phobia, it becomes a part of you. So for example, you have claustrophobia, you cannot go into elevators because you don't like the lift door will close, and then now you start panicking, suffocation, or fear, you go into the crowd and the phobia starts all over again. So then there are some people who have phobia of very creepy creatures, they'll tell us. So these are the phobias, are a long term thing, they are irrational. Okay, some people may literally laugh looking and at your phobia, but they are very real to the person that happens. Now so I already mentioned, and the phobia, like they're completely out of proportion. You can see that here, his shadow is so big, that means for a small thing the reaction is very very huge, very very high. So now here I want to also just quickly mention some of the phobias, like animals and dogs, and also some herb phobia and injections, fear of seeing the blood, and then they get very, I have seen people just fainting if they see blood. And claustrophobia, I already mentioned. Some who are traveling by aeroplane, then these are the phobias. So you can go out on the Google and see there are probably 100 kind of different phobias mentioned. So you can have a look at it. Then next is the panic attack. Panic attacks are, the suddenly it comes, very suddenly. It just happens out of the blue when you never expected. You don't know, you're watching the TV and suddenly the palpitation starts. Your mouth goes dry, and then you start sweating, and you lose your concentration, your focus. You feel very ill, and you're not able to express what is happening to you, and you want to run away somewhere, you want to go somewhere safe. And the panic attacks usually subside in about 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe someone, dear one holds your hand, and then you start feeling better. So that is about the panic attacks. The panic attacks come anytime, anywhere. There is no particular pattern. There are no reasons also, and it just, there's no trigger also. Sometimes it just happens. So these are like panic attacks, and some people do get panic attacks. Just about 4 days ago, a friend, was telling me that his sister came to know that he accepted newspaper in the house, and the sister got the panic attack because she thought, oh my goodness, how dare do you touch the newspaper? It may have the virus. So sometimes there are also known reasons uh, triggering, panic attacks. These are the signs of panic: dizziness you feel in your head, numbness and tingling, trembling, sweating, hot flashes, nausea, heart palpitations, and hyperventilation is breathing very fast. There is difference between panic attack and anxiety attack. Let's not right now bother about it. We can do that at some other point, because we are running out of time. Now I'm going to just mention a little few flower remedies that we have. You all pay attention, and then some solutions I will suggest. Swallowwort, the picture I showed you earlier, this is the flower that is offered to Lord Hanuman on Saturday. The, the leaves are used to make a garland, and it is offered to Lord Hanuman. Now, generally, it is known that if somebody is very fearful, we say that why don't you pray to Lord Hanuman and recite the Hanuman prayers, which is called as Hanuman Chalisa, and that fear in your mind will go away. Now, Hanumanji is the deity that represents the courage, and this particular flower was also given spiritual name by mother from Aurobindo Ashram as the flower of courage, the swallowwort. The deity and the flower share the same quality, and someone who wants to overcome fears, this is one of the flower that I recommend to be used as a flower remedy. Here is the another picture. In Gujarati, we call it as Akro, and in Maharashtra, Marathi, we call it as Rui. It's kind of very common plant you can see on the side of the roads. And here are the flowers, and little bit of milk kind of substance come out when you try to break open the stem of this particular plant. Now, next, I already mentioned about the Hanumanji. This is the deity for this particular flower, and is the same quality, the courage to overcome the fears in your mind. Next one, this is those who are having very disturbed sleeps. They are getting nightmares. They are very restless. There are subconscious fears. Sometimes they can't express. This is the flower that's going to restore the peace and calmness in the mind. Here is the story of a patient that we treated many years ago when there were bomb blasts in Mumbai city, and followed by that there were riots in the city, and certain areas were completely closed down, and there was army called, and there were a lot of violence going on there. And this patient's daughter happened to be staying in that area, and she was very young girl of I think 13 or something, and she was hearing the sounds of the gun every now and then happening. And so she got very scared, and she thought, now I'm also going to die, my family members, we will all die, and a lot of panic attacks, and she couldn't sleep. day and night, and she was like into huge depression. And father was thinking of leaving Mumbai because he was so afraid how to handle this situation. And this video is also on Healing Temple YouTube channel. You can see it later. And how when they came to us, we gave them the remedy bottle, and within few days everything was gone. And she started smiling, and the calmness, the peace, the positivity was completely restored. And this was a very good example and a story. Now, of course, she is a grown-up girl and mother of a child, and everything is okay. So this is a very good example of panic attacks and how we can treat. This is another flower. It is called as Christ thorn, and this particular flower is also called as Euphorbia milli. What a beautiful flower! You all can see. You all agree how fantastic it looks. What color it is! Nature is really beautiful. There is green, there is yellow, there is red, there is purple, there is also blue color, and there are different shapes and different time of the day that it comes. This is the one that also has thorns. It's very interesting that the plant is very protective. And the flower remedies are very good for those who are constantly in turmoil and always thinking a lot in the mind, lot of anxiety. This particular flower brings in the relaxation, calmness, and clarity. The next one, all of us can recognize, it's called as bougainvillea. There are many different kinds of bougainvillea available, but this is the one that we have used for making the flower remedy. And this is also one of the very good flower for meditation. Those who want to meditate, look at this, what a wonderful fence covered with bougainvillea. So here, this particular flower really, helps us to connect deep within us spiritually, meditate better. And what is the opposite of love? Fear is love, right? To bring back the beautiful healing energy from inside. It kind of takes away the cloud and makes us, grounded and overcome the fears. Then there is this flower, it is called as day blooming jasmine. You all must have heard this flower called as night queen, which is Rat Rani. This one is the opposite. This one is Dinka Raja. It's a king in the daytime. And this is also called as day blooming jasmine. This is also very good. So finally, this also removes the fears, pain, and nightmares. So this is the sentence in Hindi. अगर आज हम हमारे डर पे काबू नहीं पा लेते हैं तो कल यही डर हम पे काबू पा लेगा. It's so important that we understand, accept, learn, and transcend the fear today. If we don't, then this fear is going to consume us one day. This is what it says. And there are there are risks and dangers in this time, but fear is only a choice that we can choose not to have. I already mentioned about the flower remedies from all over the world. There are also the flowers in Bach flower system. I'm just quickly showing you aspen and cherry plum, and mimulus. There is rock rose, there is red chestnut, and there is white chestnut. This is just to mention. We have special formula of various Indian flower remedies. I'll be quickly mentioning a few of them. There's one which we call it as student's kit. It's the 3 different formula. One is fear of examination, second is memory and concentration, and third is lack of confidence. This is something that we have used over the years, and it has worked very, very nicely in students. Let me narrate a simple story with you. There was a student I was treating. He was a young boy of 15, and he was hardly getting just 50% marks, 45 or 50%. And his mother was very worried. He could not remember. He would come and tell me, Auntie, I cannot remember. I work so hard. I'm constantly studying. Now, this is the student kit that was given to him before his 10th standard exam. And he took it for 2 months. And during the exams, he did extremely well. He said, Auntie, I've done really well. I can remember everything. And luckily, when the results came out, he got 72%. And his entire family was totally overwhelmed that how this magic happened. And then he went into the college, and his mother said that he's studying on his own. We don't have to tell him anything. He's totally on his own. He's just studying. He didn't need remedies at all at that time. When the 12th standard came, then they remembered again, oh, I must take the remedies because now it's a 12th standard and I have to do some. So he came, and then again we gave him the remedies, and then he came to meet me again saying, Auntie, the effect is not as strong as it was the first time. I said the first time the effect was more because you needed that healing. Now you're already a confident and your memory is already good. So now the gap is not much there for us to, cover up. So he passed out. What a surprise. He studied. After that, I didn't see him. He did extremely well. I came to know from his auntie that he has become a chartered accountant. He did so well. Then he started working for a multinational company, and he migrated to some other country. And just a few years later, when it was his wedding time, his auntie called me and said to give him a surprise. I went for the wedding. He suddenly just saw me and identified me, touched my feet immediately, saying that, Auntie, I owe a lot to you. So this is the student's kit that can change somebody's life. Remember, we all say, let me ask you a questions openly, everyone here, and put a comment. In on and off, we use a Hindi phrase saying that किसी का स्वभाव थोड़ी बदली होता है. Let me translate the same sentence in English. Can we change somebody's nature? Can somebody's habits can be changed? Somebody's thought pattern can be changed. This is a question. On and off, you always say, this fellow will never change. He'll never improve. But here are the flower remedies that can actually transform mentally and emotionally and can completely change your nature. So here, this is what I mean to say, that you can help the person completely change. The next formula is the fear of examination. Anyone who is having fever or tonsillitis or feeling very sick just before the exam, such small children, right, who are going through the exams, and the mother will say every time 1 week before the exam all these things happen because he's very afraid of the exam. Here is a very simple, beautiful formula. You need to take 3 drops 3 times a day, and it's formula number 11, fear of examination. The next one is fearfulness and nervousness. This is a very general formula for any kinds of fear. You don't have to know which one particularly. We already mentioned so many different kinds of fears. This contains the mixture of various flowers that can help address all kinds of fears. Again, the 3 drops 3 times a day. Then the next one, negative thoughts. So many people, have a very negative. Something happens and they start thinking very negative. And, others also feel very tired in their presence. And they always say, I get very drained if I'm there because you always think so negative. You never think positive. So these are for the people who are very negative in their thinking. So this is the formula number 6, negative thoughts remedy. Helps the person to completely transcend and become very clear and positive. Then there is anxiety remedy, very obvious, the similar symptoms that I already told you earlier. The mind is very restless and the concentration is very poor. Here it clears up the anxiety and the clarity comes in. Then the next one is bedwetting remedy. This is a very, very interesting remedy. I don't have much time, but I can just tell you in short that in acupuncture, kidney is the organ that is storing the fear. Fear goes to kidney. Whenever someone is very, very afraid, they may pass a little bit of urine because it's the fear that brings in the urine, the kidney. So bedwetting is the problem of children when they go to sleep in the night, and that is the time when the subconscious mind takes over, and then the urine control is not there, and that time the fears have taken over, and when the child is also having nightmares and fearful dreams, then bedwetting happens. Many years ago, we treated one case of a woman who was 19-year-old, and mother brought me to her saying that she has bedwetting at this age. She was very much all right till the age of 19, but now the bedwetting is a new problem that started. Now this patient came first time. We gave the remedy and some remedies for fears extra as well, but there was less improvement. Then the next week again she came with mother, and again we found that the improvement wasn't there. She used to come with her diary saying dry days and wet days, and then wet days were always more. Then finally third time she came to our clinic all alone, and she sat there and she realized that we are asking for a history in a very different way. And then she shared the very tragic story of her life, that she was getting sexually abused by the servants of the house, and her mother was a working mother, and mother was not listening, not paying attention, and she had become very afraid, and she had two younger siblings about whom she was very worried. So finally she ended up having these fears released in the night as bedwetting. Once we understood the shock and the emotional trauma that she has gone through, we selected some more different flowers and helped her, and within months she was completely cured. And now of course that was probably 25 years ago. So this is how we treat our patients. We take the history, we want to understand at the mental and emotional level. Even though something is happening at the physical level, you have to understand at the mental and emotional level also what is going on, and then treat the person holistically. Now if you ever want to buy these remedies, then they are available on our website. The website is called as omhimalaya.com. So you can have a look at this website, and various remedies are already mentioned over there. The prices are also mentioned. You can order. We will not be able to deliver it right away because of the lockdown, and the courier service has yet not started. But when it starts, then we will be able to deliver them quickly to you. I also do consultation on over the video calls online, and if you want to talk to me, then here are my charges, and here is the link that I can share with you also in the chat section. So you can book an appointment with me. You want to talk to me, you want to express. These are my charges. You can pay online. Right now I am giving some discount for all those who have attended the workshop today. The next session will be on next Saturday at 5 o'clock. It is about low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and depression. I was originally planning 7 sessions, but because of the various public demand and suggestions, I have now made it into a 9-week program. So this will be 9 different topics. We will share the topics with you right away. But also this particular talk today is recorded fully, and hoping to share that with those participants who couldn't attend today. We can share it away. Here are the other topics. The addictions I will be mentioning, the entire, then acidity, digestive problems and constipation, how to boost your immune system, children's health problems, how to balance hormones, hair and skin issues, and finally on the weight management. So these are the various topics. And if you have any more suggestions, you're most welcome. We'll have a look at it. Also, you can follow us on social media. We are on Facebook as Healing Temple page. We have our YouTube channel as Healing Temple channel. We also have a wonderful testimonials on our Google Healing Temple location page. We are planning to have a Telegram broadcast group in case if you would like to participate and be there, then send us a message and we will add you. You have to download Telegram on your desktop or on your phone, and then we will share all the wonderful news with you about the flower remedies. Our websites are omhimalaya.com and also drrupasha.com. Both the websites you can visit, and we have various information available to you. If you need any more information, there's a email that you can send to us, that is info@drrupasha.com, and we will be able to answer your questions even there. Now it's time for your questions, but before that, if Sormista is here, I would like to unmute her and call her here to share her experience. Shomista, are you Shomista? Are you ready? Thank you very much. Come.
Hello, it's so good to be here.
I'm so happy to see you. I have not seen you for a long, 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 long time. But I'm so
Sending
happy
you
that
a
you are
hug.
here. Oh,
Sending you
give
a
me a
hug.
hug. Yeah, virtual hug. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sharmista, do share your story. It will be really helpful to everyone here.
So this is, I think, about 12 years back, 15 years back, actually. Yeah, 15 years back, I started getting very bad anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And, while Rupa was talking, I was noting it down because so many of the things I would feel palpitation, difficulty in breathing, sweating, my hands and feet would go cold. I couldn't fly. I had claustrophobia. I couldn't even go into a trial room in a mall. It was so difficult for me. And I just did not know what to do. Now, after so many years, uh, people talk about anxiety and panic attack. At that time, nobody spoke about it. This is 15, 16 years back. So I really did not know what to do. I think I thought I was losing my mind. And then somebody told me that why don't you try Bach flowers? So I started to Google and I found that, you know what, in Khas, there are these doctors and they work with Indian flowers. And I was like, okay, let me go. So I filled the form online, everything else. And I by then I had no idea, I didn't know. I was just so lost. So my husband came with me and we went the day of the appointment and I met Dr. Atul and Dr. Rupa, and they spoke to me for I think about an hour long consultation it was. And I walked out and I told my husband today for the first time. I still have bumps when I'm saying this, and I told him today for the first time I feel like I'll get better. I'm like seriously, it's just it's it's an it's something that when it but I just told him for the first time I feel like I'll be better, and it just from there I kept going back to them. I kept using the remedies, and I think I just kept getting better. And if you had asked me at that point, would I ever get better? I would have said no. I was sure that they'll have to leave me in some mental hospital, or I don't know what they'll do with me. But I did not know what anxiety was anyway, but I just kept going, and with time and with the medicines and the remedies and talking to them, I was so much better. But I have one more thing to add. I fell sick in 2018. I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and the first people I went to was them. And I told them that this is what happened to me, and they were amazing. They said, you have to do all this, you have to do your chemotherapy, you have to do everything else, you have to do your surgery, but we will help make it so much better. And I have so much, I believe that what they did for me really helped me, just not just in terms of physically, but also mentally. I think I learned so many things from them mentally, how to process what was happening to me, how to understand what to eat, what to drink, how to be. So I owe them hugely. Yeah, that's my story.
Thank you.
I should be doing this.
What about your air flight after that first attack to USA?
Oh my God, I could not fly. I was so scared. I had a panic attack on an aircraft, and that's what triggered this whole thing. So I was like, I can never fly. And then I had a chance to go to the US. I was like, how will I ever go? On such a long flight. So I went to them and they gave me an emergency remedy. And I was like, this is my life force. I'm just going to go with this. And I went to America and I came back also. And since then, it took me a while, but since now I love flying. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to go anywhere. So seriously, I think it just changed my life.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shomista. I'm very happy to see you after such a long time.
Same here, same here.
So, how does that feel? Really good, isn't it? So let me read all the, I'm saying hi to everyone, and I'm going to read some of your chat questions now. All right. So what is the impact difference between just seeing and consuming it? Which is more powerful? Of course, seeing is very powerful. One of the meditation that Osho taught was meditating on the flower. You are actually absorbing the flower energy. Now, if the flower is cut, obviously it's kind of have a very limited energy. If the flower is on the tree, then it has more energy. So depends. The living flower's energy taken in the water is preserved, is a living energy, so it has a better impact. Remember, every flower has a message. Every flower is, addressing a soul issue in us, and a thought and an emotion. So in the creation, there is a flower that has that program that we can install into our system. I call this entire universe as a cosmic computer, and our body as the microcosm and universe as the macrocosm. If a program is missing, you can install it. So there are flowers for helping us to overcome the fears in our system and restore the peace. The opposite of fear is, of course, love. So seeing is good, seeing the picture is good, but actually holding the flower, living on the plant, giving a hug to a tree, you will have a lot more energy. If we were living in nature, in the company of nature, in the garden, then we would absorb all these energy directly. But we are unfortunately now locked out now, but we are also locked out. We don't even get enough sunshine outside. Where is the nature? Where is the flower? I'm staying in my society in Khar, and I know every tree. I know when is the flowering. My eye immediately goes, okay. But so many of us don't know when the flowering season is of which tree, what is the name of that flower. No idea at all. Absolutely no idea. We have so less connection with nature. So that's a little sad thing. I would inspire you all to tune into the energies of the flowers directly. But otherwise, till then, you take the drops. Okay, who else is there? There is Dr. Anshuman. He's saying, like, we gather the energy of flower by putting it inside the water. So like that, you can also gather the energy of metals or minerals. Correct, absolutely right. And by putting the water inside the container made up of so like gold water or copper water. Copper is very famous. Yeah? All of us know copper ka ghada, any glass made up of copper or some jar that people are routinely having it. So that also becomes the elixir of the metal: silver, gold, copper. And we also make remedies from the gemstones exactly the same way we make it. So quartz and rose quartz. So there is a different method and a different class altogether, but the gems remedies also can be made exactly the same way. We call them and then any specific combination for dental anxieties. Remember, I mentioned the formula number 2 for general fearfulness and nervousness. That's the one that will help. In fact, it also helps for patients who are, going for driving license. One time they fail because they're very afraid. They're going for driving, and instead of putting the leg on brake, they'll put it on accelerator because they're so afraid, that instead of going right, they'll understand the instruction as left or something like that. So I have had very good histories of some of the patients who took this fearfulness and nervousness formula for a week just before their driving test, and then it was very smooth, because the mind was very focused. There is also Dr. Anshuman is asking, like, flower remedies, why can't there be flower bud and leaf remedies? Of course, of course, of course, of course. Today is not the day where I can, like, this is the first time somebody is hearing about flower remedies, where I'm going to tell them all about bud and leaf and root and bark and other parts of the flower plant as well. But we do use them. We do use them, definitely. And we have made remedies and we are using them in many of our formulas. Jaya is asking what is, that I already answered. doctor, will it work for schizophrenia? Now, this schizophrenia is a very diagnosis given by a psychiatrist. But every disease, usually starts with very simple symptoms. And what is that we are doing? It start with some sleeping tablet, some calming tablet. After 2 or 3 months, those tablets are not working. You increase the dose. After sometimes some schizophrenia kind of symptoms come. Now you start the schizophrenia medicines. So usually, often, initially there is time given with those symptoms. In those earlier stages, if you use flower remedies, you can actually prevent schizophrenia coming in. I have had many years ago treated one girl who was a proper diagnosis of schizophrenia. She was on psychiatric medications. She had no insight about her condition. She was very violent also. But over the period of few months, she improved a lot with a lot of insight about her life and about her condition, and improved quite a bit. But we can take it from case to case. We never claim to cure anything. This disclaimer is always there, that we are not God and we cannot claim to cure everything, but we can always try. There is no book on Indian flower remedies yet, but it is in the process. We are writing it. It's halfway through, and whenever it's ready, I will publish. Meanwhile, let me just share that I'm also a writer of this kind of books. They are called as dairy alternatives. Since I also promote the plant-based diet and lifestyle, so I inspire people to give up the dairy products and go vegan. These are the same book in Hindi. Also, I have it in Gujarati as well. And this is one of the most important book that I have written. It's called as What About My Calcium? Because whenever I tell people to give up the dairy products, this is the next question they ask me: what about my calcium? So this is the book that is completely plant-based recipes, and what is the issue of calcium that I want to share with you. And the flower remedy book is in the process. Whenever it is available, I will share it with everyone. Clinical trials are not done the way modern medicine is doing the clinical trials. This is a science of experience, collecting the data from the experiences of the patients, and then we are writing it. However, we are open to clinical trials. If someone wants to conduct, it can be conducted. But you cannot identify fears of 10 people is exactly the same and do some clinical trial, because how can you? It's different for different persons. But however, effect will be there. That's good enough. If the positive effect is there, you can just say how much the person is better, and that should be good enough. Flower remedies can be used for distant healing. You can try, why not, for distant healing. You can ask the person to hold the picture of the flower in the mind and see what effect can happen. Any other questions? Can it be used in pregnancy? Yes, over the years we have used it in pregnant women very safely. There are absolutely no side effects, and it is always better that you consult a doctor and then prescribe it properly. We don't want to get it blamed on flower remedies, because there may be pre-existing conditions. So always check it and then use it properly by consulting a proper doctor. In UAE, in Dubai, no, we don't have. You can buy it from our website and we can courier it to you. Where is it okay to pluck the flowers and offer it to gods or use it for decoration? So if you want to pluck the flowers, you just offer the prayer and then accept it, and then you offer it to the gods or use it for decoration. This is how, with gratitude, because nature is abundant and is always giving. And some people are like very, they don't even want to cut the flowers. So they will take the flowers that are dropped on the floor or something like that. So that's like ahimsa, Can panic attack come in sleep? Yes, certainly. Sometimes it comes when you are, having some nightmares, and then suddenly it comes. Very often it comes, and then you suddenly wake up and you are, hyperventilating, and your whole clothes are wet because of the panic attack. or पूछेंगे क्या, what have you said? Say, I have had some nightmare. Fear of few bad dreams that come through depression after knowing truth, what happens to animals, and it's now vegan. Yes, right. Now this is the time when we have fear in the air. We are breathing fear. We are living fear. We are listening all the things about fear. We are seeing things. Everything is about fear. So opposite of fear is love. And this nature's beautiful flowers are the messengers of love, and that's what we want to do, and take the love, healing energy of the love within our system to stay calm and very focused. So these are hard times, these are very difficult times, but how to stay calm, how to stay unaffected, how to not to lose our mind. When we are frozen in time, we are very afraid and we lose our rational thinking. We get tongue tie, or we dry mouth, and we may end up taking wrong decisions, or we may get an accident or something. So to clear the mind, become calm, full of love, that is possible with the flower remedy. So these are the various questions. Some more are there. Let me see. Last few ones. Rheumatoid arthritis. Ma'am, there's a remedy for joint damage in osteo or rheumatoid arthritis. Yes, of course, we do have. These things can be discussed our consultation. But yes, certainly, the mind and emotions are linked with the physical body. Every disease comes with a reason. There is a story. Our body is a transparent machine. It does not lie. Or disease always happens because there is a proper sequence to it. It was trying to happen all along. Our alert immune system was always looking after and preventing it from not coming. But the day immune system breaks down, the disease happens. So rheumatoid arthritis, degenerative diseases, all of these, our body has tremendous healing capacity. From birth, what cells we had, those cells we don't have anymore. It is constantly regenerating, rejuvenating. Millions of cells, new are produced every day. This is the healing capacity that we have. So we can, if we are not having anything by birth, if a disease has come later, then there's definitely a cause to it. We have to find out the cause and then find out the remedy and reverse the disease. There are two stages. Stage number 1 is reversing a disease, and stage number 2 is prevention of a disease. Both are equally important. If you already have a disease, you have you have some time. Your body is diseased, you don't have capacity, wait it out. We will have to really treat you properly. We have to boost up your immune system, increase your capacity, heal you completely. And then after you're healed, it's the prevention part. And then in prevention, you do not want the same thing to come back again. That is the beauty of it. It is not symptomatic treatment, not the surface treatment. It is the deep treatment. It is reversal, healing it completely. You are never dependent on flower remedies. After some times, the healing has happened. You saw how Sharmista, I probably saw her 18 years ago. After that, probably I haven't seen her again. Maybe one more time she came in between, but she didn't need the remedies for the condition she came because she was completely healed. So these remedies don't make you dependent or addictive. My friend, what about fruits we used to take by keeping it in refrigerator? What about the energy level of those fruits and vegetables? Certainly, any electromagnetic gadgets is going to affect the energy of the food that we eat. And, for example, earlier time, our grandma used to make chutney on a stone grinder, and the chutneys used to taste really good. And now when we make it in an electric gadget, you see that it doesn't taste so good. So there are problems. The energies get disturbed when we use all these gadgets. There is electromagnetic radiation, there's cell radiation, and they don't taste so good. That's true. So refrigerator, microwave oven, all these are a problem. My friend has depression issue and suicidal 2 at times. I think she's taking homeopathy and allopathy. Will this, of course, it will help her. Definitely, it would be worth trying. In fact, we can probably get her off allopathy gradually. We don't ask someone to stop it right away, but gradually, as you improve mentally and emotionally, you can start reducing the dosage of your medicines. So it is possible. You're most welcome. And someone who has more complex problem, then you please come. You need attention of a doctor. We need to see all your reports or your file, what medications you are seeing, and there may be some complications. So like, let's not hurry up and take the consultation properly. So I think we are running out of time. It's almost, instead of 1 hour, it's almost going to be 2 hours or something. So I like to kind of ask final, if there is any more questions, I'll just do it for a few minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to unmute everyone and see if we can just have a little bit of conversation. Everyone is welcome. I can unmute you.
हाँ होगा वही जिनको पता नहीं
Anyone wants
पढ़ने
to come
वाला
online or something, please ask me. Yeah, Mamta.
ऐसा नहीं होगा, नहीं तो कुछ ना कुछ तो आ ही जाता ना।
I think there is some ground noise.
क्या कहते हैं, मतलब जैसे कॉलोनी में भी किसी को
All
हो
right,
गया।
Mamta, you want to come? I'll just mute then everybody else then.
Yeah, I want to come.
All right, I'll unmute you and
सही चल रहा है।
all others I'll.
पर मैंने तो कहा, मुझसे कहने आई थी आंटी मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी करके। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है जा वैसे मैं।
All right, I figured out how to do it. Technology. Okay, so Mamta, wait, I'm going to get you.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rupa, have you tried for Parkinson or something, these remedies?
See, some of the flower remedies have regenerative capacity for your nervous system. The Parkinson is definitely a degenerative disease. It is happening gradually, right? Over a time. There is also possibility that it is drug induced or it has happened just like that. There are two questions. So I'll have to differentiate and then give different flower remedies. But we can arrest the process of degeneration for the time being, if not worsening it. We have had some success in multiple sclerosis patients where the disease was arrested. So why not try also for Parkinson's as well? We can help with the tremors. Tremors, some of our patients, extremely good results. No tremors, some epilepsy patients. So we do not promise that every patient will get cured because we have to see from patient to patient their history. But it would be a worth try. Because remember, mind, emotions, and body are completely linked. And we have to treat all of it together, not separately. All right? Yeah.
Thank you, Rupa. I'm looking forward for other sessions also.
Sure. You're most welcome. Anyone else who wants to come on? Anyone, just raise your hand because I can't hear you. There's Asha. All right, Asha, come on. Asha.
I'm Dr. Asha Rani. I work in Dubai. Last 20 years, I'm working here in the government hospital, Dubai Herbal Treatment Center. I'm an Ayurveda doctor. My question is, do you correlate with any Ayurveda doctors, because you have a lot of flowers and medicinal plants in our studies, Ayurveda. So
Yes, I do take inspiration from Ayurveda because Ayurveda knows the guna. Guna means the essence, quality, healing quality. And Ayurveda is the master. They just know every part of a particular plant. Yes. So flower is just one part, but they know what is the root for about. So they call it as panchang, the 5 different parts. Of course, if something is good for liver, we say according to acupuncture, the anger goes to liver.
Yes.
So the herbal remedies that help liver may have a flower that may also have the anger in our mind.
Yes.
So we do correlate all these things. I have some very good script, Ayurvedic books with me. So if I take up a flower, I look at Sanskrit literature, Sanskrit name, Ayurveda. I look mythology, festivals, some other stories. Sometimes there are people who are very sensitive, psychic, you know. They just hold the flowers in their hand and then tell us the healing quality.
Yes.
The pendulum dowsing.
It will be very easy for you because we have like groups of herbs, groups of medicines for particular disease. For example, like psychological disorders, you get like plenty of herbs which come under there, which are the best herbs on the world. So that's why I asked you this question.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's my inspiration, really. Thank you. Anyone else who wants to come? So they don't look like I'm the only one who is talking here. Raise your hand. And just saying hi to everyone. I'm going to unmute then.
I just wanted to say thank you, ma'am, and looking forward for more enriching sessions, I would say. And just like Sharmishta, even I sailed through the same journey. I've been through extensive chemotherapy way back 10 years ago. And got into all these kind of holistic healings, and I'm still struggling with my fear of flying. Hopefully, as soon as this gets over, I'll fly down to Mumbai and meet you someday.
Sure. Most welcome. The life will be completely transformed. I'm an allopathic doctor. My husband, he's a radiologist. We are not fools to dedicate our life to flowers.
I somehow have a memory that long ago I've met you. By any chance, did you know Dr. K.C. Mohanty?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So you know, we have dedicated our life to promote the flower remedies. We want to tell the world that flowers are beautiful healers. They can heal a lot into our body and mind and emotions. It's a more holistic approach. It's very simple. There are no side effects. There's nothing to worry about. When I give a dose to my patient, I can go to sleep in the night because I know it's not going to give any wrong side effects or something. Very non-toxic. It's something that I just love doing it. I've done it all these 35 years. They are just worth it. They are fantastic. I haven't wasted my medical knowledge or degree. I've actually added to this knowledge, and what we call it as integrated approach. Integrated approach means what? You take best of everything. You're not discarding any system. You're taking best of everything and having a integrated approach. All right, friends.
Flowers, I think, brought me to you because I'm also a tarot reader by profession and do a lot of readings through flower cards.
Oh, how nice. What a wonderful thing. Thank you very much.
I am into this for the past 15 years, more extensively after my onco thing. But probably the soul energy is connected.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing. And I'll be there again next Saturday at 5 o'clock. The topic I already told you all. Wish you all goodbye.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening and being here today.
Namaste, ma'am. And please give my regards to Dr. Atul sir as well.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
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 इस रास्ते पर बहुत ज्यादा गड्ढे थे और रोड के दोनों साइड पर करीब 1 फुट का गैप था।